Tyler Henry is widely recognized as one of the most famous celebrity mediums of our time, offering comfort and closure to countless people. His work in Hollywood has made him a household name, bringing messages from beyond and connecting grieving families to their loved ones. Yet, behind the spotlight, Tyler's life is far more complex than what meets the eye. Beyond fame lies a story of emotional weight, personal loss, skepticism, and ongoing health struggles. From his early psychic awakening to the pressures of public scrutiny, Tyler's journey reveals the hidden costs of extraordinary abilities. His story demonstrates how gifts that bring hope to others can simultaneously carry heartbreak and profound responsibility, showing that even those who guide others through grief are navigating their own challenges. Early psychic awakening. Tyler Henry discovered his psychic abilities around the age of 10, a time when most children are still exploring ordinary childhood experiences. His first significant experience involved predicting the death of his grandmother, a moment that left him shocked and overwhelmed. At that age, Tyler didn't fully understand the meaning of what he had experienced. It was simply something extraordinary happening that he couldn't explain. The emotional intensity of this event introduced him early to grief and loss, linking his gifts directly to human vulnerability. As he grew, Tyler struggled to reconcile these abilities with normal childhood life. He felt isolated and distinct from his peers, creating an early awareness of the emotional burden that would accompany his psychic insight. This early awakening shaped both his personal identity and his understanding of responsibility. The weight of isolation. Growing up in California's San Fernando Valley, Tyler quickly learned the social cost of being different. His emerging psychic abilities separated him from peers who didn't understand or trust what he could sense. While curiosity existed in some, fear and suspicion were more common, leaving Tyler with feelings of exclusion. Religious influences in his community further complicated his experience, as opinions on clairvoyance were sharply divided between acceptance and condemnation. Middle school became particularly challenging, forcing him to navigate a world where peers and authority figures questioned or rejected his reality. This sense of isolation continued into high school, deepening the emotional divide between his psychic identity and the expectations of the social world. These formative years cultivated resilience, but also a lasting sense of vulnerability and caution in trusting others. Navigating community skepticism. Beyond social isolation, Tyler faced skepticism and judgment from the larger community. His abilities were often questioned, even feared, and he was at times labeled negatively because of his psychic gift. Balancing belief, doubt, and personal understanding became an early challenge. The tension between faith and fear forced Tyler to confront his uniqueness in a critical environment. Learning to accept and trust his abilities required patience, self-reflection, and a willingness to endure rejection. This early confrontation with skepticism became a foundational part of his character, teaching him to navigate criticism while maintaining self-belief. Tyler's experience mirrors the struggles of many who possess talents or differences that set them apart, emphasizing the importance of self-acceptance despite societal doubt. Health struggles and near-death experiences. Tyler Henry's life has been marked by serious health challenges, beginning with his premature birth. Over the years, he faced multiple medical crises, including emergency brain surgeries and life-threatening conditions like arachnoid cysts that affected cerebral fluid flow. In 2025, Tyler underwent another brain surgery to remove a colloid cyst, demonstrating both the fragility and resilience of his body. He also suffered a collapsed lung in 2019, likely related to COVID-19, which caused long-term complications and a difficult recovery. These health struggles added a physical dimension to his emotional challenges, reminding him of the fragility of life even as he worked with the spiritual. The repeated medical crises shaped Tyler's perspective on mortality, underscoring how close brushes with death can deepen understanding, empathy, and purpose in both personal and professional life. Coping with emotional burdens. Tyler's gift connects him to the spiritual world, but it also intensifies his exposure to grief and loss. He often carries the emotional weight of others, sensing sorrow that can be overwhelming. The loss of his close friend and first love, Terry, to brain cancer illustrates the personal cost of his abilities. Tyler knew the outcome in advance but still struggled to cope, even distancing himself emotionally to protect against unbearable pain. His psychic insight magnifies the intensity of human experiences, blending empathy with personal suffering. Tyler's journey shows that extraordinary gifts often come with extraordinary emotional responsibility. Learning to compartmentalize emotions and create mental boundaries has become essential for him, allowing him to continue his work while protecting his own mental and emotional well-being. Public scrutiny and skepticism. Tyler Henry's rise to fame has brought intense public scrutiny. Critics often question the authenticity of his readings, suggesting they rely on performance rather than genuine insight. Platforms like Netflix and public forums have fueled debates about whether his work is real or staged, with some accusing him of leveraging grief for fame. Tyler, however, embraces skepticism as part of the conversation around his craft, recognizing that disbelief reflects human discomfort with uncertainty. Rather than reacting defensively, he acknowledges the limits of proof in his work and views scrutiny as an opportunity to engage with broader philosophical and spiritual discussions. This approach has helped him maintain authenticity, demonstrating resilience and clarity in a field where doubt is unavoidable. The complexity of fame and identity. Fame has provided Tyler with a platform to share his abilities and connect with audiences, but it has also intensified personal pressures. Balancing public expectation, private grief, and the ongoing demands of his work creates a constant tension. His experiences with skepticism, criticism, and personal loss have shaped how he approaches both career and life, forcing him to navigate a delicate line between visibility and privacy. Tyler's identity is intertwined with both the spiritual and the human, emphasizing the ongoing struggle of maintaining self-awareness while serving others. Fame amplifies every emotion, every loss, and every triumph, making his journey one of continuous emotional calibration. Personal loss and emotional resilience. Tyler's experiences with personal loss have deeply impacted his emotional growth. Beyond his professional interactions with grieving families, he has endured profound private heartbreak. Coming out as gay required multiple acts of courage, often facing disbelief and denial from family members. The combination of personal grief, health crises, and public responsibility has demanded resilience at a level few can imagine. Tyler has learned to compartmentalize, set boundaries, and embrace emotional complexity. His story underscores that even those who guide others through grief are navigating their own human vulnerabilities, highlighting the universal need for self-care and reflection, even amid extraordinary gifts. Coping mechanisms and legacy. To survive the demands of his unique life, Tyler relies on strategies of compartmentalization and mental boundaries. These allow him to separate his own emotions from those of the people he serves while maintaining the integrity of his psychic work. Despite these measures, the line between professional and personal remains delicate, as the spiritual realm constantly interacts with his daily life. Tyler's openness about mental health, grief, and personal challenges has reshaped public perceptions of mediums, showing that empathy and vulnerability are not weaknesses. His legacy is one of resilience, honesty, and dedication. By balancing personal well-being with his calling, Tyler Henry demonstrates how extraordinary talent and human vulnerability can coexist, inspiring audiences to navigate their own struggles with courage and compassion.